Hey, what's up, Rockstars? This is Alex Bourne, coming at you from the Midwest, home of the perpetual winter. For those of you who live here, you know what I'm talking about. Today I want to talk about tab books and transcriptions, because a lot of you have been asking about tabs, and even some of you have asked about books, and I'm kind of a self-described book collector. I love to collect, guitar method books and instructionals, and if you have looked at my surroundings in my videos, that bookcase behind me that you always see is just full of guitar books. Okay, see if I can zoom over there. So yeah, all of those are guitar books, and over the years of collecting them, I've kind of gotten a feel for what types of books are good, just by looking at the cover, and what kind of I'm looking for. And it's not just new books that I collect. I also collect, old vintage ones out of print. Those are really cool for me to find and get a hold of. But I have kind of strong opinions regarding some types of guitar books. And I got a huge stack of books here, all of them different publishers, different sorts of transcription styles, and I'm going to talk about those one by one and show you inside what they look like, so you can kind of form your opinion for yourself of what you're looking for. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think that books are a good way to go. I mean, if you think about the tabs that you find on the internet, really anybody can put those tabs out. There's no gateways to whoever can put those out. And you don't really know the backgrounds of these individuals either. How much training they have, how long they've been playing the guitar, how much they've studied their instrument, how good their ears are, and so you're kind of at the mercy of whatever sorts of faults are involved, in their experience. On the other hand, books are a good way to go because when you publish a book, it's a long process, and publishers like Hal Leonard is a huge publisher of books. They have to, their reputation is kind of on the line, and they have to keep up their reputation by, putting out accurate books, accurate transcriptions for popular music that people want to hear, and so, all of that is, all of that is kind of considered in order to put books out, and to keep a business running. And so, they have to hire good transcriptionists who have lots of experience and have done this before and are versatile in their playing, and it's just a lot better way to go, in my opinion. The only drawback is that books, because of that process, books tend to take a really long time to be published, to reach the consumer. So, an album is released. All you Green Day fans can relate, because, the past couple albums have been released, and they just came out with the book for Uno, I believe, which is like, man, when did they first come out with Uno? Was that in September or something? I might be wrong about that. But that's a long time, for a book to come out. It's only the first one of a trilogy of albums. So it can take that long, but it's very accurate. I want to stress that. It's very accurate. and you'd be hard pressed to find a better transcription of these songs. Okay, it's not why I don't put out tabs in my videos. That's kind of, well, maybe that's part of the reason, but that's really a topic for another video. But tabs take a long time, and I feel like I've by making a video and you can see it and you can hear it, and to the best of my abilities, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm still trying to keep the video short. I feel like that's a lot more information than just the tab, and if you watch the video a couple times, you can pick all that stuff up. Maybe not in the first pass, but maybe after 3 or 4 views or something like that. That's my hope. So I'm gonna switch the camera over and we'll take a look at some of these different books. All right, here we go. All right, so here's the first example, and all these examples, I got a lot of them here. These are all different, and don't pay any attention to who the bands or the artists are. You can kind of see the wide variety of music that I'm interested in guitar playing. But this first example is a piano vocal guitar series. Okay, it's published by Hal Leonard, as you can see, and up there at the top it says piano vocal guitar. All right, and this kind I usually stay away from because let's get a good example here. As you can see, like, it doesn't have much. It doesn't have guitar tab at all. Okay, and even the notes that it uses for guitar, actually those notes really aren't very convenient to play on guitar. They're more convenient to play on piano. So you see, like, so up here at the top we got like just the melody of the song. That would be the music that the singer is singing. So I mean, do you ever want to play that on guitar? I don't usually. I let the singer do that. It's got the words, and then here's basically what you got for chords. Okay, so these are really like hokey chords. Actually, they're piano chords basically, and if you play them on guitar, you're gonna sound pretty corny. All right. Fortunately, it has chord symbols up here, chord diagrams, but these aren't the actual chord voicings that they play in the song. Okay. And every single, well, I take that back. Most of these chord symbols are just, like root position open chords or root position chords. They're all at the bottom of your neck. So you got a different shape for each chord, and that can be a pain in the butt, especially if you're a beginner guitar player. And this series of books is typically marketed as an easy alternative to the tab books that are out there. However, I don't really think that having a billion different chord shapes is easy to learn the guitar. In the first place. But that's kind of a topic for another video. So, in my opinion, the bottom line is not fun to play, and not fun to figure out, and not the stuff that you want to play. And if you do have the discipline to play all this stuff, then it sounds corny anyway. So I usually don't go for piano vocal guitar. Alright, that's example number 1. This is example number 2. So when I look at a guitar book, I usually look up here in the corner. It has the logo that tells me just about everything. So Play It Like It Is Guitar is generally a reliable series, okay, and this is published by Cherry Lane, Guitar One magazine, endorsed or approved. Generally that stamp is favorable to me, but Guitar One isn't published anymore, unfortunately. It was a great guitar magazine, but this one is a lot better. So as you can see, it's got the actual notes, the actual riffs and parts that the guitar player plays, even like the solos there. Okay, so all tabbed out for you. It's got rhythms if you like that. It's even got the vocal notation if you want that. You can give it to your singer. Just it's a lot better organized, and I like these a lot. So generally, I will get that if it's something I want. Okay. This is called Transcribed Full Scores. This series, that's what that's called. Artist approved. I'm not really sure what that stamp is about, but I assume that the artist had some involvement with the publishing of this transcription. And before you laugh at Mr. Big, cheesy 80s rock band, I hope you know that Paul Gilbert played in that band, and he's a fantastic guitar player. But these books are really cool, although not really popular, but if you can find them, they're really handy, because they have every single part in the recording. Every single part that's in the recording. So just a look at the first song here. So you see right here it's got staff for vocal music, both guitars, guitar 1, guitar 2, it's got bass, it's got drum notation even if your drummer reads. Hope you didn't sense the sarcasm in that comment. But yeah, and it's got all the parts written out. These are very detailed and accurate. Every single part is there. It's got notation and tab for each of the parts that that use it, and even the solos too. Everything you need, really. So 2 thumbs up if you can find that. Here's another one. This is a series called Artist Transcriptions, and I've got a couple of these because these can vary a little bit. This series can vary a little bit, but this is Mike Stern. He's an amazing jazz fusion, jazz rock guitar player. Incredible. If you get a chance to check him out, you should. But in this case, this is only notation. Okay, so no tab in here whatsoever. But if you are really into Mike Stern and that's something you like and you want to learn, then I would assume that you understand or have a basic understanding at least of standard notation, how it works. But everything is here, even like the solos and chord symbols. E minor 11 flat 5. Anybody? Okay. Yeah. So everything's there. The heads of the tunes and the solos too, but standard notation. Here is another Artist Transcription one. Okay. However, this one is this book is by Dave Rubin, who's a very good author. Always offers insight as well as accurate transcriptions and methods, and you should check out his books if you can. This one, in this particular series, does have notation and tab, and it also has insight into what is happening in the music. So in this case, Dave Rubin, the author, he's explaining, what scales he's using, what chords, why they work, lots of theory wrapped up in here. Performance notes, study notes. It's really, really a good thing to have if you really want to get inside the head of the player that is playing this. And if you want to play like them, I think that's the best way to do it. So these books are really handy to have too. So 3 thumbs up for that. Here's another series called Signature Licks, and I like this a lot, kind of for the same reasons that I like the last one that I showed you, because offers lots of insight and theory and explanation for all the music, So then this series also comes with CD tracks with everything recorded for you, at a couple of different speeds, and it's really helpful. So tab, standard notation, performance notes, recordings, super nice. Also published by Hal Leonard. Here's another one. This is an older series. I think, I would just call this the original series. Basically, any book in this series is original and then the artist name. Okay, so I think I have original George Benson, original Gary Moore, stuff like that. It's got tab and notation, chord symbols, even a little bit of insight, though not as much as the previous 2. Yeah, insight and practice notes. Old photographs, those are always interesting. A little bit of history too, which is always handy. So I like those too, if you can find them. They're mostly out of print though. And this is another hugely popular series. This is probably the most popular series that you will see. Okay, so this is a really good series if you can find that. I'm guessing 90% of the books in your music store, for guitar, will be like that. Let's see. So this one has tab and notation, chord symbols. I think all of them have vocal notation too. You can see there's the vocal notations right there. Ooh la da la da la da la dee la. Got that? Yeah. So that was also published by Hal Leonard. Pretty much note for note transcriptions. Here's another series that's good. This one is probably out of print though. It says Authorized Edition Guitar right up there. This is also published by Cherry Lane, which is the Guitar One, the publisher of Guitar One. Here's another symbol too. This one is the old-fashioned "Play It Like It Is" symbol. It's like a record, and then it says "Play It Like It Is" in front there. Same kind of thing. Tabs, standard notation, chord symbols. Yeah, see, I told you Paul Gilbert was a fantastic guitar player. Look at that. That's a solo right there. 2 pages worth of it. What solo is that? What's It Gonna Be? I don't remember that song. But yeah. Check that out if you can. Here's another series, Authentic Guitar Tab Edition, which is reliable. It also says it includes complete solos. That was pretty self-explanatory. I think this is a Warner Brothers publishing series. But same kind of thing, chord symbols, tablature, standard notation, just about every guitar part in the song. This one's cool too, and you might occasionally find this. You have to look a little bit closer, but like here, this is obviously, well, this is a Black Crowes book, but let's see. Here, this is the pedal steel guitar part. It's arranged for guitar. So if you like that part that you hear on the pedal steel, which is a completely different instrument, and you want to play it on guitar, sometimes that's really convenient because it's really hard to find a good pedal steel guitar player. So sometimes I might want to do that, and a lot of times, if it's a prominent part in the song, these books will transcribe it. So I guess if I were to make some recommendations for what you look for, first I would say that one for sure, because it's going to be the most popular. I think recorded versions for guitar, and then I guess just about anything that doesn't say like piano vocal guitar, or easy guitar. I usually stay away from those because they're just not that easy. Yeah, I mean, those easy guitar books, I think, I'm going to find that again. I think, I think that what happens, I wouldn't be surprised if all they did is just kind of like plug in these chord symbols, have a computer plug these in, because it's just not, it's obviously not put in there by an intelligent guitar player, because they might work and they're technically, this is C minor, I guess, but that's probably not the voicing that they actually played, and whatever, it's just a pain in the butt. So I think this is the only book I have by them, and I've never even used it. So hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm Alex Bourne. Cheers.